Hi everyone, I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting Critique My Query for the Writer magazine, a video column that we have been offering here for quite some time. For those of you who are just clicking on, if you have a query letter that you would like critiqued, all you have to do is submit it to me. My email is below. And what I do in Critique My Query is I read the letter out loud and I listen for speed bumps. And this pretty much replicates a real-time workshop that I've been doing at writers' conferences for quite some time, and we're also going to be doing them, or versions of them, in webinars that are coming real soon, and we'll keep you posted on that. So for those of you who want to submit, the list is fairly long, but I look for query letters that can offer some learning for all of us and not just for the author who submitted it. So with that, let me get to this one. Okay, here we go. Dear blank, haven't you noticed that no matter what, it's always the creative ones who have something to hide? 17-year-old Raspberry Sweet is a freak, an outcast with a criminal record to boot. With his only friends being the misfits of Limesville High, chasing his dream of becoming an actor and impressing his crush proves to be impossible with his bad reputation and the secrets that come with it. In order to restore the his good name, Raz begins taping a movie that will change his classmates' perception of him and blow everyone in his small town away. But although his gift for film offers an escape, Raz can't help but notice that no matter how hard he tries, his past mistakes aren't going away, and sooner or later they will catch up to him. A general young adult fiction completed 42,000 words, anything but The Musings of an Outcast, Me, Raspberry Sweet, is a humorous take on one teen's perspective of the real world. The manuscript is ready to be read upon request. I'm a freelancer with the newspaper Blank. I'm currently working on a sequel for this novel while looking for representation. I thank you for your time, for the time you've taken to read this query. Sincerely. Okay. So what do I think of anything but The Musings of an Outcast, Me, Raspberry Sweet? Well, I like part of that title, but I think it's awfully wordy. And so she might, again, just a suggestion, she might want to cut out anything but, and The Musings of an Outcast, Me, Raspberry Sweet, you know, might be a better title just because it's a bit shorter. But I don't spend a whole lot of time on titles because, at least in fiction, and historically, I mean, we're in a changing industry, but historically in fiction, publishers, editors change titles. So let's get to the meat of this. And I guess that's really the major thrust of this critique, is that there isn't enough meat. She has told us kind of the summary of this story, but she hasn't offered us stuff that I think, if she does, will hook the reader more. And let me see if I can do that. Well, we know that he's an outcast and that he has a criminal record to boot, and that the only friends that he has are, you know, misfits like himself at this high school. And we know that he's keeping secrets. And I guess that what I would want to know is a bit more about those first two sentences. So perhaps if there's something that she can offer that might hook us a bit more, instead of giving us a summary of this, if she could hook us more with some content, you know, something that illustrates that he's a misfit, or that he had a bad reputation or a criminal record, or you know, he was unfairly categorized as a criminal or something like that, instead of just summarizing that. And then the other thing is that it says, she says that this is a humorous take on a teen's perspective of the real world. And so this is probably the heart of what I will share with this author, that when you say something is humorous, then it should be humorous. That query should at least make me smile. And about the only thing that I saw as illustrative of this author's humor is the title. The title's adorable. It's very cute. But I don't see anything in this query that is humorous. So maybe that's going back to what I initially said about less summarizing and give us a little more meat. How about some humorous meat? How about making us smile so that we get the tone, we hear the voice of your protagonist, Raz. And I think that that would serve this query letter very well. So if he's a misfit and he's been unfairly labeled and he has a sense of humor about it, I would love to see that on the page. I would like this author to make me smile if she's pitching a YA novel that is a humorous take on a teenager's view of the world, which I think could be very attractive. But let's get more of that in the query letter. I hope that this is helpful. And remember that writing is rewriting. And until the next time we meet, be well and keep writing.